have not. No.
Yeah, I'm under
Can I find it?
King Superman on YouTube.
King Superman. All right.
Yeah.
Let me get you a subscriber here.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Kind of content.
Yeah, I've been out here for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name's Henry.
Henry?
Sure, sir.
King Superman.
King Superman, you go by that.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, King.
Yeah. You too. And you say you just getting started?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did you see me, King Superman? Did you see?
I have not found you yet. 804.
That's it.
Okay, there's two of them. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's it.
Those ads are getting too big. There we go.
All right. That's what's up.
I'll have to check out your
Right. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You say you're from Indy?
Yeah, mostly. I was basically raised in Noblesville. So
Are you an atheist or
agnostic? Yeah.
agnostic? Okay, so you undecided? Or
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much?
just I like more science, logic-based stuff. So
You believe, like science, huh?
Yeah,
You believe in
yeah.
science? Science is fiction, man. You know what I'm saying? Science.
well, but they don't claim to 100% know. You know, it's a little
Right.
tough with
That's what makes
with
it
a lot
fiction.
of belief. Is
That's exactly what makes it fiction.
but I like that self-reflection of it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Where it's I'll admit we don't really know. We're just testing and figuring things out. And we think we know. That's what theories are. And that I think is I don't know. That to me makes more sense than just believing without seeing yourself or testing yourself. You know.
But God is greater than man. Would you believe that? Even if there were God, wouldn't He be greater than man, the Creator? If there were God.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Not trying to avoid your question. That's a good question. Why? I've always wondered is why do you think God made man?
Because life produces life. For us to have life, there has to be a source. There has to be a power source to give us life.
Okay.
So when you read the Bible, it starts with Adam and Eve,
Right.
and then they sinned when they disobeyed God. And so the world makes sense when you understand the Bible.
Okay.
Without understanding of the Bible, none of this would make any sense. That's why you
Don't know.
are right.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And many
I
people
really
are
do
confused.
need to read the Bible.
Right.
I really do.
Right.
That's true.
Because that's what makes it make sense. It's actually like if you buy a device that's complicated, you need instructions for that device.
Yeah.
And without the instructions, right, you go batty, right, trying to put it together.
That's fair. Yeah.
Right. So the Bible is like the instructions.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. That makes sense now? So I made it make sense too.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So to go back to your question, you said you think is God more powerful than man? Is that what your question was?
I said, wouldn't He
Be
be?
more powerful
Yeah,
than man?
the source of man, the creator of man.
Maybe. So there's an interesting.
Real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
look at the earth
Uh-huh.
and the sun, the distance between the earth and the sun. Look at that intelligence. The seasons that come, right? Winter, right?
Yeah.
Spring, summer, fall. The trees that feed us, the air
It
that
is
we
extremely
breathe.
magical. It's extremely magical.
That's intelligence.
Yeah. Are you saying
See?
that's intelligent design? Is that
That's
what you're saying?
intelligent design.
Yeah. Okay. There's a theory that God is living through us, right? Basically experiencing.
Well, not all men. He has a chosen that only can experience that, but not all men.
So he doesn't. So the theory that I'm talking about, and it's another potentially religious theory, is that he's experiencing the world through everybody. So we're all the same. We're all the same person. We're all God, but he's not. He's a.
That's not what the
observer.
Bible says.
Well, no. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's what it's saying.
Right.
I'm just saying here's a theory that I've heard that I thought interesting. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not why it's not the dots are not connecting, because you're getting a lot of false information.
Well, I'm just taking information from everyone, and I'm
Exactly.
organizing it myself.
Am I making sense what I'm saying?
I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Read
That's
the
what's-
Bible, and I get the
that's what's-
instructions, and things make sense for me. I understand what you're saying. Yes.
That's what's throwing it off. Your understanding of it is the false knowledge. That's what actually happened with Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
They went into AI, artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay. Let me hear more about that.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that
yeah.
before.
Well, that's what this world is. The information of this world versus the Bible, which is reality,
So Bible is reality. The world,
is artificial intelligence.
like a simulation type, or a little different.
You be the judge of that.
fair.
You be the judge of that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? The Bible is reality. It's the reality of mankind.
So who wrote the Bible?
Good question. God wrote the Bible. God himself.
Okay.
You weren't expecting that answer, were you? You weren't expecting that answer.
So how do we know that?
Hebrews 13:2
Okay.
says, looking unto Jesus Christ, the author and the finisher of our faith. So he's the author of the Bible. He said from his own mouth, it is written of me. Okay, that's Hebrews.
Who wrote Hebrews 13:2?
Hebrews 13:2. Jesus Christ did. All the Bible is written by Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm asking from genuine.
Even the holy men of God, they are Jesus Christ.
Okay.
The manifestation of
Yeah,
Jesus
that's what
Christ.
I'm
Does
saying.
that make
Kinda
sense?
like the prophets, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, like an apple. And if we go inside the apple, we can pull out a seed, right? Jesus is the seed that came into the earth. His death, burial, and resurrection planted that seed of his life. So his chosen people, which would be the Jews, the Hebrews, because you know he's the God of the Hebrews. I don't know if you know that or not. Only he's the God of the Jews. That's what they nailed on his cross. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews.
Okay, yeah.
And so they that believe on his death, burial, and resurrection, and touching that truth, with their heart, they resurrect from the dead. They get his life. That seed that he planted enters into their heart. And that seed grows, it manifests, it grows and grows and grows into a tree of life.
Okay, yeah.
And so they become an apple. The apple.
Oh, I see.
See what I'm saying? The apple and the seed are one and the same.
So do you think there's a hierarchy then to people? Like you saying, do you think that Jewish people being closer to Jesus, they're better?
That's
without saying that, because it just sounds bad when you say better than, but
they are chosen.
Chosen, okay.
So whether we put better on there, you can.
We'll say different.
I mean, that's in the scriptures.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he said that to King Saul, I chose someone better than you, which is King David.
Okay.
So that's scripture. That's 1 Samuel 15, verse 28.
See, I mean, that to me sounds kind of sad though. Then no, why is God going to choose these people that are
just like you choose? You have a wife.
I know. I have a girlfriend, a long time partner. Yeah.
But you chose her.
Yeah.
But other women might be jealous of her. But that's who you chose. That's who you picked.
Yeah, from like a relationship standpoint. But I mean, fundamental life. I wouldn't be.
But think about each man picking his wife. There could be some rivals or some jealousy from other women, right?
Yeah.
High school sweethearts.
But that doesn't mean I don't like those people, right?
But you chose one wife.
I chose one wife.
That's what God
because
did.
I like to be in a
Okay,
monogamous
don't God have a right? Don't the Creator King, does he not have a right to choose a wife?
Yeah. I'm not saying that. Again, moving further back from.
I'm just trying to make it make
from
sense.
a relationship standpoint, though. I mean, just like in general.
When he chose the Jews, saying, "This is my wife," he's married to them. Jeremiah 3, verse 12 to 14. He's married to the Jews. The children of Israel, they are the ones that went into slavery on slave ships. I don't know if you knew that. That's Deuteronomy 28:68. But they're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Esau is your father. He sold your birthright to his brother Jacob. So Jacob got the blessing of salvation and the image of God. So your people are called the wicked, the border of wickedness in the earth. So God said he hates Esau, but he loves Jacob. That's his wife.
Yeah.
So from your own mouth, you said that's fair for a man to choose a wife.
Yeah.
He's a creator king. That's who he chose.
Oh, he can do it. If he's creator king, he can do whatever the hell he wants, right?
And that's what he did, right?
So,
and that's what he does.
Yeah. I would say that's from my perspective sad, I guess.
What's sad about it?
Why is he choosing?
What's sad? The bride is not going. The bride is not going to be sad.
No, not the bride. Yeah, they're not going to be sad because they're the chosen one. But I'm sad. Why am I not the chosen one?
But you chose your girl, and there's other
we're
women.
not talking about my girl.
Yeah, but there's other. I'm seeing similarities though. Similarities.
Why am I not worthy?
You got some ex-girls and there was some potentials who wanted you, but you skipped over
really
them.
nice of you to say that.
You skipped over them. You're a good-looking guy.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
But you know, and they're angry and jealous.
I hope not. I hope that they can move on and find their own person.
But you see the point. Each man has the ability to choose, right? And he chooses whom he will, right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be some jealousy and rivalries.
Yeah.
And that's why we're so hated. You think about the black man for them. That's why we're so hated on the planet. Because we're God's chosen. Jesus told us that in the scriptures. He said, they hate me, they're going to hate you.
Yeah.
Right? Because he said, I chose you out of the world. But our people don't even know. Most of our people don't even know this. This is a great blessing. It's a great inheritance. And they don't even know about it.
Interesting. Can't say I agree, but I
made it make sense, though. But I made it make sense, though.
Appreciate the perspective.
Didn't I?
I do need to read the Bible still.
Yeah, but your father Esau, he sold your birthright. He sold your birthright to Jacob.
Yeah.
That's why the black man...
we don't want to talk about my father in religion, so...
Well, your first father is Esau. I don't know if you know that. Esau. Yeah, Esau. Esau and Jacob. You ever heard that story?
No, I haven't.
Never read it? Yeah, two brothers. We're actually brothers. We're twins. Different nations, though. Yeah. God made different nations. The Israelites are his chosen nation through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay.
So we inherit the earth. Okay, that's his promise. Because he loved Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we are their seed. We're the Christ seed.
Got it.
Even Christ took on the seed of Abraham. Hebrews 2:16. And Abraham's seed gets the birthright. Galatians 3:16. Yeah. So Hebrews, we're Israelites, we're Jews. 2 Corinthians 11, verse 22. We have the inheritance of the Almighty God, and He dwells with us, in us, as you was talking earlier about God living in it. Yep. That's only the Israelite. He's God of the living, not of the dead.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions you got?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Good, that was good.
Well, I appreciate you.
It was good talking to you, King.
Yeah.
I come around I try to come down once a weekend, so I'm sure I'll see you.
Let me ask you real quick. Are you sorry for slavery, for how your people treated us?
Sorry?
Are you sorry for slavery, for how your people treated us?
Yeah,
and the oppression that we're still going through?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Will you prove it, and will you bow down and kiss my boot? Because
I won't do that. I don't bow to any.
I thought you said you were sorry.
Well, first of all, I didn't do nothing.
You have empathy or sympathy?
Yeah, I'm empathetic to it. Yeah, but I'm not gonna bow down to anybody.
But you said you had empathy and sympathy.
I did.
Would you prove it and bow? Or are you just like your forefathers, your ancestors?
You could say that.
Because they would never do that.
Yeah.
They would never bow down.
I have a strict thing. I'm not gonna bow down to no man. I think we're all equal.
Well, I'm more than a man. I'm a God. I'm your God.
In your perspective, yeah.
In my perspective?
So.
Well, that's Esau's judgment, because he's the son of perdition. That's who Esau is.
Who was it, Esau?
Esau, son of perdition, because of his pride. You're born for destruction. You're born, because you hate God so much. You're proving it. Your life proves it. You know how you say you agnostic and stuff like that? You're just walking through life proving that you hate God. And guess what? He hates you more than you hate him.
That's fair. He has that right.
And he's coming back to put your people in captivity.
Hey.
That's your judgment.
Hey, that's what it is. It is what it is.
And you're called the border of wickedness. So get ready for captivity, okay?
Alrighty. Right. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's sure coming to your door.
Well, hopefully I can meet you again, not being a captive at some point here, and we can still talk about it.
Well, I'm gonna be your master.
Okay.
I'm gonna be your slave master.
All right.
Yeah. I'll see you then.
No.
So keep working out. Go to the gym and all of that. Get those muscles together. And
hell yeah.
Right? And I'll see you then, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, take it easy. Be safe out there.
I can't give you no dog since you didn't bow down.
Okay. All right.
You bow down, I'll give you some dog.
Nah, that's all good. I'm not gonna bow down to you.
All right.
All right. Take it easy.
All right. Walk of shame. And this is the Mighty Hunter King Superman, over and out.